8232. As the angle of attack of an airfoil increase, the center of pressure will A. Move toward the trailing edge. B. Remain stationary because both lift and drag components increase proportionally to increased angle of attack. C. Move toward the leading edge. The correct answer is C. As the angle of attack of an airfoil increase, the center of pressure will move toward the leading edge. The center of pressure is the point on the airfoil where the resultant aerodynamic forces, lift and drag, are considered to act. At lower angles of attack, the center of pressure is typically located closer to the trailing edge of the airfoil. However, as the angle of attack increases, the center of pressure gradually shifts toward the leading edge of the airfoil. This shift is due to changes in the distribution of lift and drag forces across the airfoil as the angle of attack changes. 8233. The angle of incidence is that acute angle formed by A. The angular difference between the setting of the main airfoil and the auxiliary airfoil, horizontal stabilizer, in reference to the longitudinal axis of the aircraft. B. A line parallel to the wing chord and a line parallel to the longitudinal axis of the aircraft. C. A line parallel to the wing from root to tip and a line parallel to the lateral axis of the aircraft. The correct answer is B. The angle of incidence is the acute angle formed by a line parallel to the wing chord, a straight line connecting the leading and trailing edges of the wing, and a line parallel to the longitudinal axis of the aircraft, the axis running from the nose to the tail. It represents the angle at which the wing is attached to the fuselage or the angle between the wing's chord line and the aircraft's longitudinal axis. The angle of incidence is typically set during the design and construction of the aircraft and affects its basic flight characteristics, such as lift and stability. 8234. An airplane's center of lift is usually located aft of its center of gravity. A. So that the airplane will have a tail-heavy tendency. B. So that the airplane will have a nose-heavy tendency. C. To improve stability about the longitudinal axis. The correct answer is B. An airplane's center of lift is usually located aft of its center of gravity. This positioning creates a nose-heavy tendency in the airplane. By having the center of lift located aft of the center of gravity, the airplane naturally wants to pitch down, which helps in maintaining stability about the longitudinal axis. This configuration helps prevent the airplane from easily stalling or entering into an unstable flight condition. 8235. An airplane is controlled directionally about its vertical axis by the A. Rudder, B. Elevators, C. Ailerons. The correct answer is A. An airplane is controlled directionally about its vertical axis by the rudder. The rudder is a primary flight control surface located on the vertical stabilizer of the airplane. It is used to control the yawing motion of the aircraft, which is the side-to-side movement around the vertical axis. By deflecting the rudder, the pilot can change the direction of the airplane and coordinate turns. The elevators are used for pitch control, and the ailerons are used for roll control. 8236. The elevators of a conventional airplane are used to provide rotation about the A. Longitudinal axis, B. Lateral axis, C. Vertical axis. The correct answer is B. The elevators of an airplane play a vital role in controlling its pitch, which refers to the rotation of the aircraft about its lateral axis. By adjusting the position of the elevators, the pilot can induce changes in the pitch attitude of the airplane, allowing it to ascend or descend, maintain level flight, or perform maneuvers as desired. The elevators effectively control the distribution of lift over the horizontal stabilizer, thereby influencing the pitch behavior of the aircraft.